with a booty, and today I have PPA. Here you go. So I'm going to be putting all of them in the hot seat. Now listen, y'all know they are a throuple.
Did she say that right? Throuple?
Did I say it? Throuple? Yeah, throuple. Y'all know they are in a throuple relationship, and over here, y'all, we gonna get all the good information, all the good details. Now listen, y'all know I got the juicy questions, but I also have some serious questions. I want y'all to understand something about this relationship and just being around it, because I even mentioned this in my last video. I was ignorant to what a poly relationship is, and a lot of us would think that it's just the means to just have threesomes and have fun, when in actuality, no. It's a serious relationship. So we got some good, juicy questions. I'm excited. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to ask all of y'all group questions that y'all have to answer, and then I have individual questions first, and if you don't want to answer it, you can take a shot and a half. Ooh. The whole cup and half of that like that. So that's just a half shot.
You want us to fall out, don't you?
Pretty much. Y'all already know all of their information will be down below. Check out more about their open relationship and just overall their content is dope. It's amazing. But y'all already know, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and their channel. Drop those unicorns down below. And without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Now, PGC Squad. Cheersing to welcome into my hot seat. Y'all bitches is about to be in the hot seat. My Lord. All right, let's go ahead and start with Leia, Princess. Who gives the best head?
I'm curious.
I wasn't ready to be coming out like this. All right, it's interesting because I can't say which one, but I know. Okay. I gotta see how I want to structure this answer. Yes. You know, okay. I love the way that Flo obviously does it because he do that shit right. But Jan's, it's a certain passion behind it that I like, and she actually makes me come. So I can't. What I'm saying is, he get in there and he know the right spots. I feel like Jan's, she does that. I never had a female actually do that.
Oh, you're comparing her to other girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought you compared her to me. I was like, yo.
But that's the issue. Like you have to compare them.
That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't.
I will accept your answer because this is just the first round. So everybody will kind of get like an easy pass for the first round. But next time you're taking that shot.
But I did give y'all some Tito's. See, I answered the question.
I feel like you should just answer.
But I can't.
Don't be telling them how to make it c***s. I'm like, what?
But don't disrespect.
I'm disrespecting now. Ann should be better than me. Why? Because she's a girl.
But that's a lie because every girl does not know what the fuck
know,
they want.
but
I done had just bite my shit off. They don't know what they want.
I can see that.
That is her. So Flo, who has the worst attitude between the two girls and why?
This is an easy question, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've known Leia for so much longer, so our comfortability is there. I've actually never got an attitude from Jan's. I'm not saying I never will, you know what I'm saying? But I never have. I've gotten like a million attitudes from Leia. I can't really say who's the worst because I haven't seen that.
Her attitude.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I can't really answer it. But from what I know,
shot and a half.
her.
Hey, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I already have my attitude.
Yawns. Do you date other people when you're not in Houston? And if not, do you want to?
Ooh. Say what?
Because we know that you don't stay in Houston. So when you have them lonely nights, what is it like? Like is y'all arrangement only exclusive to each other even when you're away, or is it more so when we're together, when we're not, we're not? The people want to know.
They do want to know.
They want to know.
Y'all do want to know that, huh?
They asking.
Well, I feel like I'm gonna just have to make this interesting and take that shot and a half. That's not the answer. Y'all don't know me.
She want to stay mysterious.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more, you know. Never mind. Let's move on.
But see how Princess didn't have to take hers. I did say this round would be free of no shots, so that applies to you as well. But now we get into the group questions, and that do not apply.
Okay.
This is actually another question for Jan. Do you feel there is a hierarchy in y'all relationship because Princess and Flo lives together?
I do not.
Do you feel like it's always even more so?
Because this was built on friendship, and there's never any weird feelings, never any bad vibes, so it'll never be weird, you know. And I don't feel like you know, they kind of brought me in, so it is what it is. Like I'm not jealous. I don't feel no type of way, so
So, just piggybacking off of that question, as far as hierarchy, Princess, do you feel like there has to be a hierarchy though?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like that there has to be some type of like boundary or control, and I think every role is respected, but there's never like she don't overstep, I don't overstep her. Saying
I love
like
that.
yeah.
Do you feel like you treat
understand.
one better than the other, or you know?
I mean, as far as like what I understand about hierarchy, I would say there is. But I'm just saying, like, since I've been with her longer, there is a certain hierarchy. I mean, I feel like it would be even if we all got together at the same day.
Same time.
Everything's just equal. We got together. There's no history.
Yeah.
But when there's a lot more history, it does.
It makes it different. Because it even kind of goes back to how you answered the question about the attitudes. Seeing how you and Princess been together for so long. Princess is in her element where she knows I'm probably cussing ass out when we get back to my, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to, you know, Yans, when y'all do come around, it's nothing but good times, so you haven't seen that side yet. All right, keep it cute, because I got something there. Y'all as a collective must agree to a YouTube couple y'all would have a one night stand with.
What? Oh my god.
Oh, that ain't the question.
Me personally, and not to disrespect, because there's a lot of different ways people do poly. The way we do it, we don't include other dudes.
Yeah, we're not a swing group.
In our
This ain't
thing.
that.
So ain't no, me personally, I don't want nobody really having either one. You know what I'm saying? Honestly.
I
When
don't
it comes to other
about
YouTube
that.
couples,
Now, if it was like a lesbian couple, but
I can't
I don't
think
even,
of one.
I don't know me.
So this just kind of goes back to what I said at first. It's never just about it's more so about the relationship, the
Yeah.
foundation of it all.
there we go.
I can respect that. Each person has to name one thing that turns them on and off about each other.
You go first.
So for Leia,
And don't have to be it can be non-sexual as well.
there's so many things that turn me on. I can't really narrow it down, but I will just say she's the most beautiful in the world. So of course she's gonna turn me on every time I look at her. But what turns me off? I mean, there's some things. I don't know. I gotta think. Like, the thing that turns me off is just being annoying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's a
Man, what?
I know.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what turns me off. I'll tell you right now. Leia isn't the most, like, I guess, compassionate person, I guess you could say. So if I'm trying to kiss her, she's like, just eat my. She might get straight to it. She don't.
Well, one thing I want to say about that is my mom. Okay, I wasn't raised in that type of loving environment. My mom was always very hardcore. She didn't show so much like loving and all that. It was never affectionate. My mom is like one girl out of 6. She's the only girl out of 6 brothers. So that's the kind of love she showed towards us.
I understand and respect
So
that.
that's
but
the reason.
Here's what I will say. I didn't get much love either as a kid.
You know what though?
But see, you're different because you're a guy.
So let me just say this. I'm gonna have to agree with Princess because it's the same. I mean, that's one of the things that we can relate on a lot is our mothers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I can agree with that. Like, you know, my mom, she been through her things when she was a child, so she didn't really show affection. So it's not more so that we don't want to, we don't know how to because we never had it. So it's just times like, okay, like come on, what we doing?
Yeah.
My thing is though, is that like I also have the same situation from my parents. So I do like that type of stuff.
Look at this. Everybody just learning shit.
I agree. I could definitely improve better in that area, and I feel like I have been.
Like, what is it? We just what is it?
Stop it. I don't be like that though.
But that is what it's like though. But for Yans, as far as turns me on, I mean, I feel like any dude will get turned on when you got 2 girls. But one thing that turns me on is her lips. I like both her lips. And one thing is, Yans does like kissing. So, you know what I'm saying? So at least I can do that.
Yeah.
If we're having like a threesome, I'll end up probably kissing her more than her.
Yeah.
And just because she likes it. But turns me off, she be farting when we sleeping.
You're a liar, bro.
I'm just kidding. You gotta see her other video on this thing.
Yeah, it's
Okay, like,
It's just a prank. But no, I feel like I kind of got to answer it the same way. Is that I feel like I haven't really seen it. You know what I mean? Like when you're around somebody for a minute, like with Leia, like when we first got together, she did kiss me. You know what I'm saying? As you get more comfortable, like we ain't got to do all that. Like let me ask you this: we've been with Yans, like how long have we been like in an official relationship? I don't know, a couple months or something. It's like when you first get with somebody, do they turn you off? You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like that honeymoon phase.
Exactly.
Everything is still kind of perfect.
Right. So like you don't really know everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure eventually I can answer that question better.
But let's just be clear, they've been in an official relationship with Yans for what, 5 months, but they've been knowing Yans and doing this for 5 years. They just finally actually decided to make it official.
Exactly.
Want to clarify that up.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, to clarify. But even then, like it's not like we were with her every day.
Yeah, it was kind of almost like a situation like this, just not with the official title.
Right.
Exactly, basically.
Okay, so yeah, take
But
that
should I
shot.
take a shot?
All right, so who wants to go next?
Let's see, what turns me on about clothes? All I'm gonna say is white is right, okay? Okay, and I'm gonna say what I like about Leia, and that's everything. But really, I love their work ethic. I love how they take care of the kids.
Agreed.
I love everything is just amazing. I love their energy. I love being around.
That's what it is.
That's how I feel.
It's a lot of non-sexual things, like a lot of traits that
Yeah,
y'all
like
have.
we didn't even build off of that, so that's not where we coming from.
Yeah.
For real. Only thing that I can say I don't like is when they argue.
I
Or it's when the energy does, you know, like kind of get off track a little bit.
Okay.
So that's my answer.
Okay,
I'm done.
that's good.
So I'll start with you since you're right here next to me. I honestly love everything about Flo. I feel like from when I first met him, like his transition in the way he's allowed me to play such a role in his life to where it helped him grow. And he's honestly become an amazing man from that. Y'all know Flo, like his past, his history, like he came from a very dark place. To see him like how he is now is like, that's a great man. Like, and it's the way that my girls love him. Like I can bring him around and everybody just grasps to him. That means so much more to me, you know? And it also is a reminder like, you got you a good man, you know what I'm saying? He's very passionate about me and my feelings. I've never seen any type of like persistent love, like damn, it's almost annoying. Like it's just like, damn, is this real? Like, and I sometimes be thinking this that white people shit. Like only white people do that. Because you know, I don't think I've ever felt love like that anywhere else. And I'm not gonna just say that it's because he's white, but honestly, because I don't look at Flo's color, I think it's more so just it's what's in his heart. You know what I mean?
You know, him coming from that dark place, when you find that light, you keep it. You know what I'm saying? So you probably was that light when he was in his darkest moments, when he was going through, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know his background. Check out their channel if you want to know more about that. But, you know, he done been through some shit. And you done been through some shit as well. Like he said, for him, that shit made him love harder. For you, it probably shied you away from love. But to have a love like that you never had, that probably turns you on even more. It's a beautiful thing. That's really beautiful.
I think one thing I can say that I don't like is when I see that dark side coming out, like him kind of like, that past coming out a little bit. It's like, damn, we worked so hard to get you away from that. Now I don't want to see those characteristics coming back up. And it's the anger sometimes. But it's like, I do understand it, but it's like, don't take it out on me. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it out on me.
I mean, luckily I don't that much.
Yeah.
It's not.
And then if you do, you catch it. It's not like you just.
Yeah, because if I do, I feel bad.
So yes. Okay, I think it's a lot too that I can say. I feel like with her, she's very loyal. It started off, we were friends, and she just always was just like down for us, down for what it was. Never felt no type of bad vibes from her, and she just always has this loving spirit about her. I never got any type of jealous vibes. Like a lot of women, they come, it's competition, it's jealousy, it's weird, and I never got that from her. And if I ever did, she would not be sitting right here right now. Period. I wouldn't even let her around me, let alone being around my man. Like, I'm not gonna go for that. And she's beautiful, obviously. And then, like I said, everything about her is just like, I just love her energy. It's genuine. It's 100% genuine. One thing that I don't like, my only thing is, and I think maybe Flo can agree, but she do be a little slow sometimes when it comes to like getting ready. It's like, she be kind of making us late sometimes. But I feel like, again, collectively, it's something that we can all work on, individually, whatever case may be.
Okay, so that was beautiful. I'm glad you guys were able to go through that. So, what might your younger selves think about the relationship that you're currently in? Because not only are y'all in an interracial relationship, which don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing, but it was a point of time where it wasn't common. So y'all are breaking barriers overall. And then on top of that, being in a poly relationship. So overall, this relationship is breaking barriers. Y'all decided not only to do it, but publicly do it so others can be comfortable with doing that. So if you would have told yourself when you was 5 years old, like, you finna be with this man and this girl, you finna be with these two girls, how do y'all think y'all would react?
I'm gonna answer that first just because I feel like with me, my culture actually is allowed in my culture. As far as like, we wouldn't necessarily call it poly, but it would be, our men are allowed to have multiple wives. As many wives as you can handle. So to me, it's not foreign, it's not weird, it's something that I was raised in. I've been around and lived around people who've actually done it successfully. So I've always been open to it. Now, I'm just now coming into understanding like the purpose and the meaning behind it and the benefits. Because anybody would think, oh, it's just about and they just over there just having threesomes and da-da-da-da-da, when it's really not that. It's really a dynamic that benefits everybody.
I mean, as a man, if you weren't okay with this right here, and then you might want to check yourself. So my younger self would have dreamed of such a thing.
That man said dream came true. What about you guys?
My younger self, no, I would have never thought I would have been doing this, honestly. I didn't really grow up around it, and I was kind of taught to be against it, so I would have never thought, but it is what it is, and shit happens.
And I do want to say one more thing. As far as like interracial side of it, I've always dated all races. Dated pretty much every race that there probably is. So I feel like me being with two black women like that, as a kid, that would have been normal.
I've dated also multiple different races. I never was just black, like, or this or that. It's always been like,
I think too, another reason why y'all interracial relationship works perfectly is because y'all don't see color, one, but y'all don't shy away from the fact that it is color. Like, you acknowledge yourself as a white man, you acknowledge yourself as a black woman. Not always just like, she's black and I'm white. You know what I'm saying? Y'all acknowledge what it is, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Right. And I think that's the beautiful thing about it. Right. I think that's dope.
I agree.
I think that's so dope. Okay, y'all. What was the most surprising thing that y'all learned about each other throughout your relationship? You can look at the exterior, but never really realize that the interior had that going on.
I guess I would just say like their strengths, but I don't know how to answer it, like, because I feel like in order for me to really answer that, I would have to expose certain things that I don't think.
Well, so you could just use a word, which was strength.
Yeah, the strength. I think I've definitely learned their strength.
I mean, what I'm learning from doing this video is that we need to get to know Jan. We need to get to know more about Jan's and like everything about you. I feel like we need to get to know each other better.
Yeah.
I feel like me and Leia, going back to the original question, you said hierarchy. Why is there hierarchy? This is why. Me and Leia know everything about each other, and we need to let Jans in to that.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I'm learning, because I can't really say what I know about Jans that I don't know.
Don't be afraid too to like let your flaws, because like we're not perfect, so we're never gonna judge and be like, oh, she did, she that. Because I can already say, okay, yeah, she be late sometimes or whatever. I can deal with that. Just in a regular relationship, you're already willing to accept them with their flaws and everything. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say that we do talk a lot, we chill out, we have a good relationship. I don't want to take away from that. I'm just saying that I feel like we should probably sit down more.
Yeah, and
on
really
the phone or in person and just kind of have deeper conversations.
I mean, we've had that.
Yeah,
me and her had
the three of us, maybe get in the group chat more and just talk more about stuff.
And I think a part of that comes from like me, like say when I start dating somebody, I don't ever want to get rid of like the honeymoon phase. Once you get comfortable, why do you want to change, or why do you want to stop doing the things you were doing in the beginning? So I always want to, you know, still just have always a good vibe.
But I think that it will always be that though, because even when you come, it's like we know it's just gonna always be fun and good vibes. Yeah. It's just because even with me and Flo, it's always good fun vibes. We always find a way to keep things going.
I feel like the uncomfortable is what's going to make you even more comfortable.
Yes.
Don't, like what she said, you know, don't be afraid to expose those flaws. Maybe your passion was hurt, you know, you was vulnerable with certain people who didn't appreciate that about you. So from there, you're just kind of like, okay, listen, I'm just going to be fun. But I feel like as far as your relationship, it's more than just a good time. Yeah. It's more than just the highs, it's also the lows. And once you have mastered the lows with them, the uncomfortable will just be the most comfortable for you, because you know maybe sometimes you do want to just come out and be like, shit, I don't feel like being fun, but maybe they're gonna bring it out of you. Because I know it's been plenty of times, you just as a friend, I'm like, I'm going through it. I don't feel like doing shit, but if I go to Princess house, I'm gonna have fun. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just being able to tap into that, and y'all been knowing each other for 5 years, so it's deeper than anything. You know what I'm saying?
If you need to cry or vent, like even our moment in a bathtub, like, you know what I'm saying, like moments like that.
Yeah, because we've had some moments now.
Yeah,
for sure.
Maybe it's even the living situations, considering that you're all with ATL, right? You're all in ATL, so it is one of those things where it's just like, well, shit, we haven't seen each other for so long, so it's like, what do I have to be mad about? Like,
exactly.
It's like that you see every so often. It's like, shit, when we go together, bitch, we turn it on. Yeah, right. We turn it up.
I love that question.
Yeah, that was a good question, and it made me understand that.
Yeah.
So you have to assign each other a grade based off of your sex skills. That's the juicy question. Or if y'all want, as a collective, y'all can just rate y'all A+, B+. If there's certain things that y'all want to fix that is not considered an A+, just name it.
I'm gonna say definitely A+ for both of them. But what I do want to say is I want to do more things. Like I do want to start trying other stuff.
I know that's right, B.
I feel the same way, A+ for both.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm down to try whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say whatever. Don't get the wrong idea. Don't get the wrong idea.
With me, yeah, I'm gonna rate that an A+ too. Shit, get lit.
Okay. So we're almost getting towards the end. As a collective, who would you say is the most romantic and the least?
So I feel like we all feel the same.
Yeah.
As we explained before, certain people grew up from certain backgrounds.
Right.
So that's where all that comes from. I feel like we would say Leia is maybe the least romantic, but we don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
You know, we're okay with all of that. That's why we're still here. And I would say Flo is the most.
I'm definitely gonna say I feel like Jans is probably the most, because she sets a vibe. Like the bathtubs, the shot, like she just knows what to do. And honestly, like I'm not gonna say I can't do that, but when I think of stuff, like I'm more so just I'm ready to just get it done. Like you know, and I move like that with everything that I do. So I feel like
she sets the standard for it.
I could definitely do better in that regard, but that's why we got her here.
You know, 3 brains are better than 1.
Right.
That's what I was about to say. When you have like a throuple, 3 different ways it could be. I mean, she said I was emotionally romantic because you don't really know how to rate yourself.
Yeah.
And I do agree that she's emotionally romantic because she does do that type of stuff. Like when it's just me and her, we might not do that type of stuff. So that goes to show there's something that she brings. That we don't bring.
I would rather my man draw me a bath and set that up, but it's like she does that. So it's like, damn, you know?
Like you were saying, each person plays a part into the whole big picture. So it makes it easier. So if you're slacking in one area, hey, this person picks up that slack and it works for everybody.
You got 3 instead of 2.
Exactly.
When you only got 2, sometimes y'all both together is slack.
Yeah,
There's slack
that's
left. And just say one more thing. From what I heard, there's like 3/4 women and 1/4 men in the world. Yeah. That's why there's a lot of single women. Why
did you want to jab at me, motherfucker?
Why though? Because the reality is, like, not to be disrespectful, I'm saying the reality is that if there is, now I don't know, I'm sure you guys are gonna Google and say I'm wrong, but whatever it is, there's way more women than men in the world. My point is, why would God create us this way? Why would God put more women than men in the world? That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, back then, if you want to be biblical about it, I think it was always that way because that's just how everybody built their nations. A lot of women in the Bible couldn't have babies, so they brought in other women. The wife was, she made the decision. Okay, I'm gonna bring in my handmaid, or you can have another wife to have babies, and that's how they built their name, their legacy.
Right, but what I'm saying is, why was there so many women to add, and why was there not enough men? Why was it created in this type of?
Almost as if it was structured that way on purpose.
Exactly, and then because if you look at like the old religions or whatever, the old cultures, there was multiple wives.
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
We stopped accepting it, and now you have.
Well, the Americanized way is they don't allow. It's an American
Christian way.
It's other definitely cultures that accept it. For sure.
Yeah, and because of that, now you do have a lot of single women. And why do you have side chicks? Why is there so many side chicks?
As a poly relationship, do you feel like there are certain boundaries that would make it cheating and not fair? Is there something that you feel like that the other can do without you that would be like, okay, that's just disrespectful, it's crossing the lines, like we didn't agree to that, like, or do you feel like overall there's nothing that this person could do with that person that's off limits?
I just feel like as far as our poly relationship, I mean, I like women in it. I'm not doing this because Flo initiated it. It's because I like men and women. So it's like, if I'm left out, it's like, well, damn. That's where the boundary is because, like, it shouldn't be anything separate. And I think we just kind of have that understanding. And I think Flo could probably answer on his part why he would feel that way.
I mean, it's like me and Leia were together first. So, I mean, we will have sex, just me and her, like when Jan's in town. But honestly, if Jans was here, then we would just, I don't think me and Leia would just be like, all right, Jans, you gotta get the room.
Yeah.
Like, that would never happen. Like, if for some reason she was tired or she was on her cycle or something, then maybe in that case, she'd probably still be in the room and watch. But if she's not here, it will just be me and her.
Yeah.
But it won't be me and Jans. That's just the boundary that we set out of respect. You know what I'm saying?
And yeah, I agree on those same boundaries. Like, it's never just me and Flo together. But if I'm not around, like, there's nothing that I worry about. Like, I don't care about what they do. Like, they've been together already. So everything is cool with me.
What I can say too is me and Jans have had our separate thing.
It's a boundary. Like, they don't want it to be me and Jans, but I don't mind if it's them two. You
Like,
know what I'm saying? So it's a boundary that we set and agree to.
Yeah, like, we talk about it. And
It works for y'all.
So we understand.
Yeah.
And for any part of a relationship, it doesn't matter. You might in the comments be like, "Whoa, that's not fair," or whatever. Hey, look, that's fair to us.
So we're on the last question, and then we have a bonus question. Name a sexual kink that you like about each other. You're into BDSM, bondage, and stuff like that, or praise kinks, like if you like hearing somebody say they like how you do it, little stuff like that.
Wait, okay, kinks.
Well, we did say we wanted to try more stuff, so we'll find out more about that. But
yeah.
So
you can take a shot, right? You can take a shot, right? You know that.
I mean, I feel like
or did I?
we have threesomes. I don't know if that's the kink, but like as far as like bondage, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's whatever. Like, what are we into? We haven't really explored that type of stuff.
I mean, I know what I be into, but
I would say like
What
even if y'all haven't done it, what is something that you would want to do then? Like you said, you wanted to do the BDSM. So what is something that you want to do or you done?
What would you like?
I don't know, man. I be trying to, cause I feel like I'm a big ass freak. So like when it comes to like just trying like toys and just all kind of different, just whatever. I don't know, but it's something that I want to do like new that we haven't done.
Okay. Is it giving teacher? Is it giving none? Is it going, like, is it going to a bar and acting like I don't know?
Yeah, I like that. Okay. Oh my God.
So role playing for you, BDSM for you.
I like role playing too, actually.
Okay. You guys, I am excited to say that they have pretty much answered all of the questions truthfully and honestly and elaborated. Now we're going to our bonus question.
Oh shit!
And this question I feel like is actually going to be, when I ask this question, I want this person to answer it truthfully, honestly, and don't be doing, because if you don't answer this question, you gotta take 3 shots. Are y'all ready for the bonus question? Can we get a little more? Yawns.
What? Why? I've been going first this whole time.
Come on. How did you feel about Lily?
Okay.
Truthfully. Well, you know, because she met Lily too. So.
Yeah.
You did, huh? Okay, so honestly,
and like, you know, let me just say this. We, no one, shape, or form, we're dissing Lily, but let's be real. They have been in a relationship or together for 5 years. So it's just more so seeing her perspective, because you are part of the relationship. We do care about how you feel. And you know, from the outside looking in, I'm pretty sure everybody wants to know, how did you feel about Lily, you know, and the whole situation with
What was going on?
Yeah, exactly.
I would like to know this too, because I never really.
And
I heard your stuff, but I didn't really know.
I never had a problem. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just the type of person I am. Like, we have our own relationship, so we have our own understanding. Even my sister would ask me, I'm just be like, I think it's cool, you know?
That's the same
like I
thing.
said, you only get one life to live. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm not here to tell nobody what to do.
That was it because y'all wasn't in an official relationship. So now that y'all are actually in an official relationship, would that still apply? Like, cause now from just looking at it, it seems like, you know, it's more so I'm your girlfriend when I'm there, but when I'm not there, I'm not the girlfriend. Because regardless, you know, and then too, it might just be just how you are general. Maybe in your relationship, you are okay with an open relationship so people can do what they want. So just kind of clarify more of that for me. So I'm sorry for PGC Squad, because we want to know.
Okay. With the open relationship, I feel like it was only okay with us because, like I said, we had that understanding. And, you know, we done been together and then drifted off and always came back.
That's
so,
true.
and it's never been a problem. But that, mainly I could say that was because we weren't in an official relationship. So, that was the reason. You know, it didn't bother me.
I respect that.
Yeah.
But I guess what the question, what we want to know is, it's like when you were watching the video, it's like, well, me kissing her or her kissing or whatever, did you feel like, damn, who the fuck is this girl?
I mean, like, if we being real, like, this is no shade towards Lily or nothing like that, or case maybe, but if we're just being real, you have been here for 5 years. So at some point, and then too, like, I never heard no other girl outside of you with them. So does it ever just come across like, well, like, damn, is it like a location thing? Is that why we're doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I try to be like messy, just, you know, getting
No, I would definitely like to know that.
So just, how do you really feel? Because that's another thing too, vulnerability. Let that guard down, tell how you feel. It's okay.
Yeah, this is something.
Honestly, I did feel like it was a location thing. But, so, you know, so again, I didn't have a problem with it because, you know, when you move away and you got to do certain stuff and you got more jobs and you got more stuff going on, like, certain stuff happen and more things come in and out of your life that you would have never known about. So, you know, I didn't have a problem. So
That was actually a really good answer.
yeah, I
And
definitely.
very mature. I really respect that. It was very classy, very much of a lady. Now that y'all are in an official relationship, would y'all even consider even bringing another girl?
So you're saying that would we consider it cheating if we had
Yeah,
Wait,
sex?
a girl in?
I
Or brought her in or just had sex with her?
Yeah.
So what do y'all consider cheating? Y'all do a thing where like y'all are bringing somebody in, both ladies have to approve and plus you, or is it just more so like, okay, she's not here so we can do what we want to do type situation? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because before, like you said, y'all wasn't in an official relationship, so you didn't really care too much because it wasn't official. But times changed. Yeah.
I can answer that. I feel like with our situation, it's not like an open lifestyle. I feel like once we have something established, I feel like that's that on that. Me personally, I don't care for any other girls to be just in, you know what I'm saying? It's just too much. Like, and I feel like people got the wrong idea in the beginning. Like, oh, they just out here, they nasty, they out here with all these different girls. And it was never that at all. Like, we always just, obviously, we stick to what we're familiar with, we stick to what we're comfortable with, and that's just that on that. Like, there's no need to add anybody else at this point. And ultimately, that would be up to me. Flo wouldn't give a damn. But me, I'm just like, no, and out of respect for Yans, I don't even like talking about Lily when she's here because, like, I just feel like it's not about her at this point. No disrespect, you know, but at the end of the day, like, I would never just disrespect her and just bring another girl around, and that's just, no.
So it's safe to say that this is it.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys, so they have answered every question, and I think the biggest thing that we just have learned is clearly this is a relationship. You gotta come up here and try to portray yourself as perfect. Y'all portray yourself as a real, raw relationship. Thank y'all for participating.
Thank
y'all, don't forget my homework for you. So y'all already know, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to their channel as well. Everything will be in the description box. I hope you guys enjoyed. If y'all want more content like this, let me know. As well, if you want to know more just about the throuple relationship, poly relationship, everything's on their channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. My PGC squad.